Peace and blessings, everyone that's just joining on. Give people time to get in here. Pray y'all feeling amazing. Dave's early peace family. Peace King. Charlotte, Grand Rising, Peace Queen. Ash, Peace Queen, Grand Rising, peace and blessings to you as well. I'm just taking my time, letting people get in there. Levine, Peace Queen. Rams, Peace King. AV, Peace King. Lily, Peace Queen. How y'all feeling? Okay, I got my volume up.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
What's up?
Hey,
How you
man,
feeling?
feeling amazing. Just getting out of work right now.
Word. That's just amazing. Okay. All right, we about to get started. We got 7 people on here. Jelly, Peace Queen. Peace Queen. Dang. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Oh, snap. Okay. All right, so while we got people joining on here, um, let's talk about what we got today. Um, I'm going to start off by pulling up our economic calendar, and then I'll start with our prayer and go in. Freddie, Peace King. Uh, 1,000 joules. Thank you for that, Jelly. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know much about that, but I appreciate you. Trophy cake. 1,000 joules. I'll look into that. Appreciate you, Jelly. Let's see what that is. Rams, you know what that is? 1,000 joules. I have no idea either. Rams, you driving or no? I can't hear you. If you driving, bro, don't. All right, you
Yeah, I'm
driving.
driving. I'm driving from Queens right now.
Never mind. I was just about to say I don't know what 1,000 joules is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I have no idea what it is right here. We're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, facts. All right, I'll let you
I'm
go.
gonna be behind stage while I get on the highway.
I got you, bro.
Bet.
Rich, Peace King. KT, Peace King. All right, let's pull up what we got for today. Um, earnings economic. This is on. All right, so we had earnings yesterday. A few like BE, Ford, PayPal. There's a few of them. Today we got even more. Today is it's let me show you how important today is. So for today we got the FOMC interest rate decision at 2 o'clock. So if you're wondering why your contract's been so much money, that is why. You want SPY IV, like if you're looking at today, you want to see it around 14%, but if you go and check, you'll see it around 27%. So you're paying double the amount that you would normally pay. At 2:30, we got Wash press conference. Very, very important. I've been waiting. There was some moves that I wanted to take, some put positions, but I stayed disciplined, stuck to my script. It wasn't worth it. And it's a slow grind down once you broke $735.85. Um, I have $732.30. We didn't close below, but we broke it though. But we popped back above. Um, I have to wait for institutions to make their move first. I don't really want to jump in before them. Um, so after market close, we got Meta reporting earnings, and I don't know if y'all been seeing Meta news. They're on their 9th consecutive day of losses. Um, wait, let me. Is it the 9th or the 10th? Yep, the 9th day. And then we got Microsoft reporting earnings after the market. We got QCOM, and then we got ARM. We got some heavy hitters that's reporting today, so it's very important that we wait to see what Kevin Walsh is saying in the Feds, and that we wait for these earnings to come out today. And then we got earnings tomorrow, so you might as well just take your foot off the gas. Friday, if you're looking, Friday will be the move to see if you want to swing right now. You just want to day trade these levels. And not go too crazy, not too much out of the money. Like Talisha said, level by level, we should play. And then the focus is FOMC rate decision, the MAG 7. Then we got the core PCE and GDP tomorrow. That is huge. We have to pay attention to that as well. This week is crazy. So that's what I wanted y'all to see for the calendars. Now let's look at ES. So you see this beautiful, I would say almost in the head and shoulders here. It's not level. We're in this nice selling channel now that we broke below here, but we have to be careful because we still are buy. We're a few ticks away from being in our golden zone where buyers could step in. So we're in a tricky area because we're also in a selling channel right here. I'll grab the wicks on this one. So we have to be careful because we're at the bottom of our selling channel and we know we're in the demand zone, this box right here, and then on top of that, we're in the golden zone. We have to be careful, really careful. It's a perfect setup for longs if FOMC goes the right way, and it's a perfect spot for Trump to come in and tweet something because we know he doesn't just say it at random times; he say it at the perfect time. So he's looking at the market. So we got to hold the line and be patient because this wick right here, this nice bounce on the hourly, if we close around this area or higher, that's giving us a bounce. We're going to push up. So got to be patient, let this news Get out and practice your discipline. Look how accurate this trend line is. And I did it from afar. And I wasn't grabbing the wicks, I was grabbing the bodies. Um, and you can see the 200 is right. Look how it blends in the white trend line, right with the AV WAP. That it doesn't get cleaner than that. That is sniper accuracy right there. Um, so we'll talk about the market more. Um, let's get back into our segments. Um, where was I at? Uh, Talisha Peace Queen, Sean Peace King. I'm here on prayer. Um, what you mean, living? And Talisha, yeah, beautiful moves, but contracts moves slow for sure. Um, Akeem, salute. The Sean Peace King. Akeem, Peace King. Salam alaikum. Um, Darnell, Peace Queen. How y'all feeling? Y'all took any trades? Who in the green for today? How are we feeling today? And who took some trades today? Y'all could type in the chat. I'm just trying to see how y'all day was, how you feeling. I want to know if you took any trades today before we jump in. I'm not going to start until you guys tell me. Nisi, Peace Queen. I'm just waiting for y'all to tell me. How you feeling? No, thank you, Ash. Appreciate it. So now I know the chat works. Ash actually typed something in the chat, so it does work. You guys can go ahead and type something in there. No trades for me, and I feel good. I love that, Ash. Not me. I'm being disciplined. Love that, Charla. I added to positions. Okay, Nisi. You with shares, Nisi? Lily, no trades yet. Feeling amazing. Love that. How about y'all? I feel incredible. I feel incredible. My stomach is touching though. I'm starving. Jay, I traded yesterday in Asia, so no trades during New York. Peace and blessings to you, Jay. It's your first time on here? And you trade futures, I see. Okay. We got some snipers. KT loves futures. He only trades futures, in fact. I trade futures. I haven't in a while. Rams trades futures. It's a few other people as well. Nisi shares. Yeah, I love that. Adding to the position. Love that. Love that. Love that. Flexify. Hey, I'm feeling good and checking my watch list. That's exactly as you should be doing. Love that. Now I was here a couple weeks ago. KT. Okay. Got you. I'm green. Hit mini NQ for 1900 at 3 a.m. I'll post in Discord. Let's go. I just broke my fast too. Okay, Charlotte, you did tell us you was going on that fast. I love that. Let's go. That's a major accomplishment. You know how hard it is when Ramadan comes around, like with Eid and stuff. We got to fast for a month, and it's about what 13 to 16 hours. I forgot exactly how long, but we can't drink, we can't eat or nothing. That thing be brutal. Talisha is in the green. Let's go. That's what I love. I didn't check the Discord. What you trade, Talisha? I'm sure it was SPY, but what Con 735 put, I know was looking so good, Talisha. I wanted to grab that when we was early. I forgot. I think I forgot the number, but I was just so hesitant. And then when I was going to grab it, the IV, I was that IV. I can't. I just can't. I can't overpay. And I was hesitant because I knew it was going to be a lot. And then I wanted to see that $735.30 area snap, and it snapped, and I really wanted to get in to a swing to 720, but I see a nice pop happen, 732 and some change I have. But with all the news and stuff, it's the honestly, I'm starting to think the only time that I'm willing to take a trade is from 10:15 to about 1. I want to enter a trade, but I don't want to enter a trade after 1. And the reason is because the moves happen quick, and then you consolidate for a while. And I don't want to get chopped and then stuck in a play, and it'll get crazy out there. Pat, Peace King. Um, uh, AV, TE is hip. All of your small caps and mid caps are going to start really feeling the pressure when this environment that we in. I compare it to 1987 and 1928 and 2008. Um, Probably people don't believe the significance uh, of the market that we're in now, but there, for me, in my opinion, I compare them to that those recession areas. I feel like we're heading to some dark times. So your companies that um, your small caps, mid caps, institutions going to think about what can they sell so they could have more cash, right? They're gonna wait with the big dogs like Nvidia and them. They're still gonna sell, but they're not gonna sell all out of those. They're gonna really get rid of them smaller ones. So your SoFi's, anything like under your like $50 are is gonna start getting smoked. And TE is getting smoked, but it's okay because we not looking for options with like TE for instance. This is shares, and if it's the leader for uh for the power grids in the United States, and we can get it at $4, $5, I keep dropping to $1. Like they're the only ones in the United States. They're the only I can't think of exactly what I can't think right now exactly what they do, but they're the only ones like that in America. And now they got one facility and they're working on the second facility. If you can get that at $5 and stuff, that is a gift. The market isn't pricing a lot of these stocks that went from coal mining or Bitcoin mining into AI build out companies. They have to prove themselves. So the market isn't pricing them correct. So we'll take advantage of this, like our poets and stuff like that, our Irene, all those good companies. You're going to start being able to get them at an amazing discounted price. Speaking of Irene, where's Irene at? It hit my target, $30, and I'm not going to buy no shares yet. I'm waiting for about 2 months, a month. Yeah, for shares. And Irene just lost my 20. I got Irene. We're gonna be able to get Irene. I'm about to give y'all a level that you're not gonna be able to like grasp, but I got I got $12 on Irene. Right, that is a crazy level. So these stocks are about to get really smoked. So be careful averaging in with your shares and stuff like that, because a lot of these companies have a long way down, and we're just getting started. Not to mention, August is the month of that we chop, we just trade sideways. So September and October is not even here yet, and look where these stocks are at right now. So when we start really dropping, it's going to get nasty, but you can't panic and you got to be prepared. So market levels now, even if it's going to be levels that should be like, nah, I can't get down this low. You're going to see a lot of levels that like, nah, I can't get down this low. Those levels are probably going to hit. So just trade the chart. That's it. Um, Talisha Spy, exactly 7:35. I'm having a no trade week. Akeem, good. I like the discipline. Stick to your script. Um, I'll ask you again on Friday. Enter at the 738 rejection. Yeah, I was looking at around that area as well. Didn't quite trust the rejection of the 930. That wasn't a high quality setup anyway. I like where you entered that. That's where I was looking around that area too. So amazing. I'm not seeing anything clear. So yeah, exactly. So if it's clear for someone else but still not clear for you, and you look to see what they're saying and it still doesn't justify what you see, the best thing to do is just hold out and not get in. So that is amazing right there, Akeem. You know how hard it is to even like you know how hard it is to look at a chart and tell yourself you're not going to trade and not trade? Very difficult. Very difficult. So peace and blessings to everybody just joining on here. This is the Snipers Command Center episode 18, breaking the chains. A little different how we do it on Mondays and Fridays. We got segments, faith and alignment. Then we do the market structure where I go into the market, and then I have the foods that kill us slowly as a segment, and then another segment called spoken word, and then ownership over consumption, and then breaking the mental and financial chains, especially when you've been getting hit with losses and want to get your money back, bro. Talk to me, for real. That's that powerful. That right there. This is what makes it. It's so hard. I don't care what people say. This is probably one of the hardest things because we're humans, are spiritual beings, but we have greed. Like it's so hard to not want to get your lick back. Like that's what everything, um, the charting and yeah, the charting and with my sports betting when I be getting smoked, I'll be wanting to, and I get, and it's like you get more confident in the play, like when you take them losses, but you're not seeing clearly. You're just thinking emotionally. Um, so pray everybody's feeling amazing. I am. We're about to start right now. We're going to start off with our prayer, and the faith and alignment is also going to be a prayer, and then we'll start getting into it. So I can't wait to get to the market structure because I have a lot that I'm seeing. Um, I'm seeing the inverse cup and handle on SPX. Now that we're down here, it's very interesting to see. Yeah, we're gonna get into that because now we're gonna time the market as best as we can to see what move is happening. Um, this is nasty, nasty chop, man. Yeah, my stomach really busting right now. Boy, hungry. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. It is you we worship, and upon you we call for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not of those against whom there is anger, nor of those who are misguided, nor of those who go astray. In Arabic, we say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina sirata mustaqim, sirata ladina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. I greet everybody in the words of peace be upon you. And in Arabic, we say, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam, Ab. Uh, let's see, man, that's so hard. Facts. Facts. I'll be locking myself out of my accounts, man, until I clear my head. It's just so hard, especially if you got that Face ID on. You might just be like, Oh, oops, it unlocked. Let me go and check. That might be the excuse real quick. Oh man, so I definitely understand, and it's good that you guys are saying this because you know this this stuff right here is not, it's taboo, if you will. So like people just act like they're just so like robotic, like they don't have these type of emotions at all. Like, so you telling me you never have a time where you have that itch to get in, and then you might have that one day where you get in? We all have that. So if someone tells you that, then they're either like a hedge fund, but even them big dogs like Ackman and all of them, it's like you're still gonna, I mean, I don't know. I gotta watch it more because they're just so like disciplined with it. Where I haven't really seen them too much violate their rules, and I guess that is the reason why they're able to handle billions, because they don't really violate their rules at all. So, but I guess we give ourselves a little grace, but we shouldn't. But at the same time, we don't want to. We'll get to that point, right? But we got to know where we're at now, and I don't think anybody in this live, unless you have multi millions, or and I still, that don't matter. It's like I honestly don't think anybody on this live can say that they don't violate their own rules. And if you are one of those people, could you just comment real quick, and so just so I could see, because then I'm gonna have to actually have you start teaching us for sure about the human psychology and the mind and stuff like that. That water cold. I don't really drink cold water, but that thing bussin'. I normally always hit it with the hot. Every time I see me, I'm drinking tea, hot water or warm water, or it's my herbs, my tea or something. Um, let me check real quick. Am I still sharing? Yeah, I'm still sharing. Um, Talisha, Talisha, comment. We get them. We trying to get them to point it out and say it. She every other day I struggle with it. And exactly, it's for me, I would say I have days where it's just so easy for me not to get in. And then when I do have those days where I want to get in, it's extremely hard to, it's a really a war with myself. Um, for the most part, I'm pretty good at it, but I do have days where I might like, for instance, with the SPY call, the 770, I was seeing it well, and I thought it could get there. The market still didn't get there. We've been stuck in the range, but I had the whole blueprint that told me what the market was going to do, but I let my ego get to me, and I actually even forgot that my July said that specifically, and I got into the play anyway, and I got smoked. You got to listen to your rules. So, um, it's not their money though. So she, she is something else, y'all. um, my poet cost basis is $9.32. I brought 125 shares back in June. I went in too heavy and did put my stop loss. I have a limit order set at $9.32. I'm a repeat offender of violating my rules, but um, give yourself some grace, because most people don't even notice it, or they don't say it, especially to us. Everybody can see your comments. So that right there is showing that you're showing some type of accountability. It already happened. I don't like when my kids do something, or like say they do something they're not supposed to already. I'm not gonna tell them. I'll probably say it one time, you wasn't supposed to do that, but I'm not gonna tell you like what. Like one thing. Let me give you another example that I don't like is when something happens and then someone gives me an advice on how I should have avoided it. It's like it happened already. Like that really bothers me. It happened already. Why are you telling me what I should have done? We're here now, right? So the same thing with the market. So with Poet, what are you trying to do with it? That's $6. You want to watch that area. honestly, right now, your drawdown is so big. Mine's is big too, like 22% or something like that. Right now, I plan on holding Poet for a long time. So I don't right you didn't catch it. So it is what it is. Um it's not options. You don't have to get out. It's still above the 200 on the monthly. Right now I would stay in. It's at the 100 on the weekly. Um so it's not too bad, and once you average in, your price is going to significantly drop. It's just now you just got to be more um picky where you want to enter at. So do them levels, and remember, if the level is too big, just know the market could still go there. um yeah, yeah, that right there. Well, why didn't you put your keys on the table or the hook? And a lot of times I just ignore you. Like, I didn't do that though. So why are you telling me I should have done that? That really, you don't understand. And then they might think like, oh, you're being rude and stuff. But I got to be a little better with like, I'm better now with how I come off saying things, but my face still talks for me. So it's like, damn, I'll probably be making them feel dumb. It's like, now you're not gonna say nothing, which is good, I guess, because I don't like advice after the fact. You could have gave it to me before. All right. If trading haven't made you cry yet, you're not really eager to get your freedom and control your future. Wow, Akeem. That's deep. Yeah. Where'd you put them? I don't know. I wouldn't be looking for them. The fuck? This is deep. Look what Akeem said. If trading haven't made you cry yet, you're not really eager to get your freedom and control your future. That is so powerful because it's just like, and how he ended it. It's like, the power of this tool, and that it could get freedom, and it could help with the future. And if it's not going your way, it really should upset you, because this is this is like bigger than you. Is talking like for generations and stuff. So that means like you really taking it serious, of course, if it's really hitting you emotionally. And I agree with you, man. That is super, 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 super deep. And that is amazing that you said that. I'm gonna let that sit there for a while. That's really, really good, because I had so many times where just so frustrated with myself, with the market, and just like you go back test and you see things that you missed somehow, that makes you like a tear slip out, because it happens over and over and over, and it's just like damn, I thought I was good, and then I'm still making this mistake, or damn, is it always going to be? It's just like walking through that fire. Like, will this fire stay hot this whole time? Like, it's it's a real roller coaster. I even had the market, when I first started trading, the market even made me um step back for a year, where I had to get my s- my stuff right, because my mindset is really good, but my mindset also could take a toll at the same time. So I have to know when, like, cuz I'm like, everything needs to go. I don't want to say I'm perfect, because I know I'm not, but I'm a perfectionist. I have those traits. Like with basketball, my free throws and stuff like that, I'm really big on like my walking right now. Just what do you call it? I'm not big on how I do things. I'm big on like, when I shoot, I want to make sure my elbow is 90 degrees. When I walk, I want to make sure my heel's touching, then my toe. I'm really big on my form, right? Yeah. I'm really big on and I'm really, really, really big on my form. Like, um, if I violate my form, like say I'm walking and my toe tap before my heel, I'm going to really check myself. Like, I'm really hard on myself. Shooting all I'll keep shooting, and every shot that I take, I have to make sure my elbow stays. That's if it's in too much, I'll get mad, and I mean I won't get angry, but I get upset with myself, and then I'll say I had to do 20 of them. Instead of like just keep going, I'll start all the way back from zero and make sure I get 20, and I'll keep going, keep going, keep going. Same thing, just everything. I'm just like I feel like that's how you got to be though, but um. I didn't know when I should average in with its still drop is what I'm trying to figure out. All right, so remind me again when we talk about market structure, we'll look at poet. That's good reassurance that I'm not crying for nothing. No, Lily, you just really want it. You really want it. You should. I mean, not everybody's gonna cry, but you should have some type of emotions or frustration, maybe a tear or just you might be down about it for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, as long as it's not your whole day. But that's totally normal. Um, this game will beat you down to the white meat. That's a fact. That's a fact. I've cried over this for sure. Doubt will crush your spirit, man. Y'all are really talking to that. Doubt will crush your spirit. Like when you get your break from it just feels like a never ending thing. So I'm glad that we're able to talk about this. This is what the sniper command center, snipers HQ, this is what we're all victims, right? In one way. The mark is something, we're all victims. So we come here to as a rehabilitation, basically. None of us is better than each other. We all talk about the ugly side of it, not just the good side, and that's what makes us realists, and that's what makes people gravitate towards us and stuff. Because if you're just only showing me the sunshines and stuff, like the sunshine and rainbows, as they say, I'm something is fishy here. How are you like so good? Like you mean to tell me, or but then we have to understand too, when we take these losses, that we don't want to always take losses, because some of us have the mindset of losing a lot builds character, and that tell you right now that is the dumbest. Talisha, you want to take over? I got it. That is the dumbest thing ever. Just taking so just keep taking the beatings, and you're like, oh my god, this feels so good, and I never felt so alive and stuff. You are probably the dumbest person. I'm sorry, but that's just dumb. Why do you want to keep taking ass whoopings thinking that's about to build your character? Like, I want to take my losses, but I want to learn from my losses. I don't want to keep taking these losses. So if you're feeding me that crap, then something is more than fishy here, right? We got some investigating to do. You want to see me fail or something? Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, you're a huge gambler, not a trader. So I do want, and I know I'm being 111, 111. I know I'm being funny and stuff, but I really want to point that out, that we have to know, like, okay, losses is lessons, but if you just keep repeating that loss over and over and over, you're not going to learn nothing from that at all. So you don't want to. My goal is not to lose as much money as I can. If I know I'm going to lose more trades, but I don't want to lose more money. That the bigger the drawdown is, deep down inside, is going to kill your confidence, no matter how you say it to everybody else. That bigger the drawdown that you go down, that's not building no character at all. That's actually hurting you. So you want to avoid that by really uh zoning into the risk to reward ratio, because then you can't control how many times you're going to lose, but you can control how much you lose. So that's really big. I do want y'all to stop. Um, like it's good to sit in the fire, but sometimes y'all just get a little too comfortable in that fire. Like you don't want to even get out the fire, sir. Turn it all the way down. Sometimes y'all don't want to get out the fire, right? You don't want to sit in that fire the whole time. You want to get in the fire, but you want to eventually get out of it. So you got to know when to cut your plays, when a play is dead. You got to know when you went wrong, and don't lie to yourself. Only because you'll know every time you lie to yourself. A lie never feels good at all. Your body will let you know it eventually. So, segment one, faith and alignment, and then we'll go into the market. Um, before the trade, before the chart, before the money, before the start, I got to check my heart. Because what's wealth if your health ain't right? What's a house if you can't sleep at night? What's a business if you can't handle the fight? What's a bankroll if your soul ain't right? Talk to me. I learned that you can have gold in your hand and still feel poor inside. You can have people around you and still have nowhere to hide. You can look strong to the world and still be dying inside. So before I build the outside, I got to build what's inside. Mind right, heart right, spirit right. Vision tight, purpose clear, family near. Because I learned through the pain, you can't build something strong. When the foundation ain't right, you can't walk towards the light while you keep feeding the night. And some of y'all, you know the man you see, but you don't know the man I had to be to survive what I seen. You don't know the nights, you don't know the fights, you don't know the fear, and you don't know the tears. You don't know what it feels like to hear them shots ring and still wake up the next morning thanking God for everything. You don't know what it feels like to get scabbed, to get stabbed, to get scarred, to get hurt, to get hard, and still look at the mirror like, God, why am I still here? Maybe I'm still here because he still got work for me, still got purpose for me, still got people I got to reach, still got lessons I got to teach. So I say, Alhamdulillah, thank you for the pain. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for the nights when I thought I'd never see the light again. Thank you for the losses that taught me what it cost us. Thank you for the crosses that make me count my losses. Because every scar came with a lesson. Every loss came with a message. Every setback came with direction. Every closed door forced a new connection. And every time I thought I was done, Allah said, you ain't done. You ain't finished. You ain't through. I still got something left for you. So what was I going to do? Stay stuck in the past? Let the past last? Let the anger grow? Let the old me control the man that I know? Nah. I had to change my ways, had to change my days. I had to change my gauge and had to change the way that I praised. Had to stop chasing revenge and start chasing better days because I realized I can't heal if I keep living in what hurt me. I can't grow if I keep feeding what broke me. I can't rise if I keep holding what pulled me. And I can't build a future while my past still controls me. So I prayed, Allah, change me. Not my enemy, change me. Change my mind, change my heart, change my ways, change my path. Take the anger from my heart and take the darkness from my past. Give me patience when I'm tested. Give me strength when I'm stressed. Give me wisdom when I'm guessing. Give me peace when I'm depressed. Give me humble when I'm blessed. Give me focus when I'm pressed. Get my family under your protection. Get my mission in the right direction. Because I know faith ain't just what you say. Faith is what you do. When everything goes the wrong way, faith is when you pray. When you prepare for the day, faith is when you fall. Then you get back up anyway. Faith is when the money gets low. And you still don't lose hope when the pressure gets high. And you still don't fold when they count you out. And you still hold your soul when the world says no. You say God knows. That's faith, and I learned. Every battle ain't mine. Every argument ain't worth my time. Every enemy ain't worth my mind. Every distraction ain't worth my grind. Because every reaction can become a distraction. Every distraction can delay your elevation. So I stopped responding to every accusation, every situation. I stopped explaining, stop giving people my energy and attention because sometimes the answer ain't confrontation. The answer is elevation. So let them talk, let them doubt, let them laugh, let them count you out. You got to scream when your results can shout. You don't got to prove when you work. You don't got to prove when your work can show. You don't got to chase what God already knows. And I'm not building just to prove somebody something wrong. So I'm not building just to prove somebody wrong. I'm building to prove my children right. That's the difference. I don't want my babies to inherit my pain. I don't want them to inherit the knowledge from the rain. I don't want them to inherit my chains. I want them to inherit the keys to the game. And I don't want them just surviving. I want them thriving. Not just dreaming, but driving. Not just wishing, but building. Not just talking, but moving. Because my children are watching what I do, not just listening to what I tell them to do. They're watching how I handle stress, how I handle success, how I handle failure, and how I handle pressure, how I handle pain, how I handle money, how I handle change, and I got to become better so they could become better. I got to break the cycle so they don't carry the chains. I got to heal the wounds so they don't inherit the pain. I got to build the structure so that they don't inherit the strain. That's legacy. Not a name on the chain, not a house on the lane, not a number in the bank, not a car in the driveway. Legacy is what remains when you're no longer there to explain. And that's why I got to stay aligned, mind with the vision, heart with the vision, faith with the decision, knowledge with the position, discipline with ambition, action with intention. Because if I say I want freedom, but keep building my own prison, that ain't alignment. If I say I want health, but keep spending what I'm given, that ain't alignment. If I say I want peace, but keep feeding my addiction to conflict, that ain't alignment. If I say I want discipline, but every impulse gets permission, that ain't alignment. Alignment means when I say what I pray, what I think, what I do, all moving in the same direction. Vision says build, faith says believe, discipline says repeat, patience says wait, knowledge says learn, action says move. And when all of them move together, that's when you become dangerous. Not dangerous to people, dangerous to the old you, the old me that used to react, the old me that used to attack, the old me that used to chase, the old me that used to waste, the old me that wanted respect before I learned how to earn it, the old me that wanted power before I learned how to return it, the old me that taught being feared meant I was strong. Now I know real strength is knowing when you're wrong. Real power is having control. Real wealth is having peace in your soul. Real winning ain't beating another man. Real winning is beating the worst parts of who I am. That's the fight. That's the grind. That's the climb and that's the line between who I was and who I'm becoming with time. So Allah keep me straight, keep me great without letting greatness turn into hate. Keep me humble, keep me humble when I elevate. Keep me patient when I gotta wait. Keep me strong when the pressure gets heavy. Keep my mind focused and steady. Keep my family safe and protected. Keep my purpose clear and directed. And when I'm angry, give me restraint. When I'm scared, give me faith. When I'm tired, give me strength. When I'm lost, give me a way. When I'm wrong, give me correction. When I'm confused, give me direction. When I'm blessed, give me gratitude. When I'm tested, give me attitude. I mean, when I'm tested, give me attitude, not the attitude of ego, but the attitude to endure, because I know I didn't survive all them nights just to waste these days I didn't make through that pain, just to stay the same. I didn't get another chance just to walk back through the flames. I didn't find my purpose just to abandon the game. I'm still here. I'm still building. I'm still healing. I'm still learning. I'm still reaching, still teaching, still believing, still achieving. And as long as Allah keeps my breath and me breathing, I'm going to give him my best. Not perfect, but progression. Not finished, but invested. Not where I want to be, but closer than I was. So Bismillah, God first. Faith strong, mind right, heart strong, purpose long, family tight, mission clear, future bright. And when the mind, the heart, the spirit, and the mission all move right, that's alignment. So before we touch the chart, before we touch the trade, before we chase the money, before we count what we made, we make sure the man is straight, because the market could test your money, but life tests your soul. And if your spirit ain't controlled, no amount of money can make you whole. So the prayer is done. The mind is clear. The heart is steady. The mission is ready. No fear, no retreat, no defeat. We got work to do. Bismillah. Let's get to it. Bismillah. In the name of Allah. Okay. So if that was safe in alignment, that was the straight segment. Just turn it into a poem. Um, I'm disciplined and I will follow my rules. I'm disciplined. I will follow my rules. I'm disciplined. I'll follow my rules. See what you did there. I like that. Um, that is damn. I can't catch your name right now. I know who it is. Charla? No. I said Charla. Damn, I can't catch your name. I can't catch your name, and I know who you are. That shit is bothering me. Shakola, right? I'm over here going through it right now. I'm pretty sure. No. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's Shakola. All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. That was bothering me. I think you was ghostwriting for the one and only DMX. You're so amazing, app. I felt all of that. Thank you. Appreciate you. I beat myself up with a feather and keep moving forward. Snaps all around. I was getting a little like this is kind of long. All right. It don't feel that long when you writing it, but you start reading it, it's like that's all. Man, my queen is an amazing poet. She's like she's so good, and I don't give people like really props unless you're really good. I don't just say you're good just to say it. If she wasn't good, I wouldn't even bring it up. But she taught me how to like rhyme better. She's really, really, really good. All right, so let's do market structure. I've been waiting to look at this. Yeah. So we're popping back up. Look at these candles right here. I know the three white shoulders is up. What are these crows? Let me see. Do anybody know? Oh, yep. Okay. Yep. I said crows, so these might be the. Are these the three black crows? If we close like this, is this the three black crows? I wish Rams wasn't driving because he'd be knowing. Yeah, he's driving. I think these are. I think I don't um don't quote me on it, but I think these are the three black crows. If we get the candle to close like that, I'm pretty sure these are the three black crows. This is bearish. Um, it's a bearish. It's a reversal pattern. So let's see. Or the three inside down pattern. It says. Uh, so that's interesting. Um, Price is consolidating, letting this 20-day moving average catch up. Um, if we do drop, I don't like seeing that though, because I want a nasty drop. I don't want the drop and then that immediate quick bounce. And 7,194, 7,000. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna. It looks like price is being padded at the bottom. All of this ranging right here, like manipulated. So because we could have been dropped, but it looks like the reason why we're not dropping is so the moving averages could catch up, so the drop isn't that low. But we're still in this range, nasty range. So nothing changed yet. Um, let's look at SPY. This market is so annoying, and it's not even next month. Well, we there basically. August gets crazy. How many people trade at August? I don't trade. I take off the summer. When August come, the institutions actually leave. It's it's not me just saying that. This is a fact. Institutions, it's called the summer break, like the summer. This when they take their summer break, the liquidity dries up, and you'll see the volume gets like August gets so boring. How many people traded August before? I take off. I don't start. I take off for like a month or two, um, and I just watch. Like you can see the levels playing out. It's so beautiful, but it's just like, oh my god. And look, what's like why I can't just short it is because look at this. Look at our red dotted line right here. Remember, we're in that demand zone, and we're also in the golden zone. Look what buyers just it's like they're setting a trap right here. Right here. Look how big these candles get. Nasty gap up. Look at this. This happened so far. One, two, three. So far, it's 4 out of 4, right? In this area, we're 4 out of 4 going up to at least 750 to 760, and 3 out of 4 we hit 760. Um, oh seven, no, not 760. My apologies. 755, 754. Um, this right here, this nice bounce right here, just saved us. Um, even though we broke below here, let's see what FOMC do, because it don't matter what we're saying right now, but this candle is identical to this candle right here, right? Same exact candle. Look at that, identical. They're twins, same thing. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? These 4 candles would have consolidated in the same area if we didn't get that nasty drop like that. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, they would have consolidated in the same area. Look over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, consolidate in the same area. Look at this print. The same exact candle. The only difference is this is a bullish. It closed above here, right? This right here, we're still below. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here with this FOMC. I'm looking. I wish the IV wasn't so high. I would have been gotten puts, and I would have been eating. So that was an $8 move today, right? About $7. Um, so this is SPY. 5 days aggressive, 10 days aggressive, 20s aggressive. So we didn't hit all time highs yet, and we're heading to August. I never, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. I didn't change my decision yet, but my conviction, my confidence, as what all time highs is shrinking day by day. My moving average is getting so aggressive now, where I'm about to completely shift my thing to bearish. Um, I'm just waiting to see what happens here because this is a perfect spot for Trump to step in. It's just what day will he? So for now, it's a waiting game for me. Um, I'm not really interested in day trading ranges. It's easy to day trade ranges to an extent. That kind of violates my trading style. Um, I rather take time off when we range like that. That's why I haven't been day trading like that. And I was locked in them trades, and now I'm out the trades. I could day trade if I want, but I just took one so far. It was a loss. No, yeah, yeah, because the IWM was a swing. That was a loss too. Um, so just being really patient. The trend is our friend, and the trend all across the board is starting to point heavily bearish. Um, they're just holding it up. Uh, and there's still years we can hit the all-time high. So I'm still on it, but now as we're headed to August, I'm going to have to flip to my 5 macro distribution and just stick to my script. So Poet, right now we're inside the structure. The levels that we want to start paying attention to is the weekly for one. $6. Let's see how the bounce gets there. If you can, Charla, pay attention to your volume profile. What is this, Poet? So What we're gonna do is start 345. Let's check to see if we volume was better than the previous day. So for today, for instance, volume is the lowest that has been since. Oh, I'm on a 30-minute. Volume is, oh my god, volume is stupid low. Volume hasn't been this low on Poet since April. So now you know, okay, we don't want to average in here. Even though we're at the 100-day on a weekly, I wouldn't average in here because we're falling like this and the volume sellers is winning, but again, it's the lowest since April. So imagine when sellers step in, right? You come all the way down to $4.45. Right now, pay very close attention to $6 and $5.55. Let's see what happens at those areas. $6 and $5.25. Actually, let's do that. So this right here is your levels right here. Perfect on the monthly. $6, $5.25, $4.55. Those are the spots where you want to average in, but you want to wait because if I know it's breaking $6, why would I average in there? I could wait for 525. Then you don't want to rush. What I do is I might tell myself as soon as it comes to 525, but when I get to the chart, I'll be like, oh no, I can go lower. I'll wait, and then you probably can get $4. It looks like you're gonna get $4.55, to be honest. Well, it looks like we're gonna get $4.55. So we're just gonna stay patient. $6, $5.25, and then man, TE could come to $3. I mean, Poet could come to $3. And if we start losing the $4.75, I got $2. So be very, very, very strategic. I use my moving averages and I use my support and my resistance to find levels to average in. And then I wait for the buyers to confirm this is the spot to average in. I won't average in if buyers don't confirm it. Just simple, like, okay, this is my support. All right, when price get here, I'll look to see if I can buy. When you see these wicks right here, that's when you want to buy. You want to watch the volume or watch the speed of the candle. Don't buy when it's all the way up here. When you start getting that bounce off your previous resistance, see, was resistance, then became support. That's what you would have brought. You would have brought here at $3 and you would have been able to let that thing go at $21. That is an amazing trade right there. $5.65, you're probably going to get a bounce, Charlotte. That's the 10-day moving average on the 3-month. My 20-day is starting to trend down. That's letting me know that we can break that though. Right? So just be picky. Be very picky. All right. The system is going off. 135 just went off. Target 735 floor. We're at 736. I'm on live. All right. Okay, yeah. 3 black crows. Thank you. Beat myself. Okay. All right. So now, if we're gonna start looking at NQ more now that we're struggling up here. We're so overextended. It's not even funny. We are so overextended. See, we're in this golden zone, man. This is crazy. Look how buyers step in every time where we're at. Where we're at, buyers look. One time we went up, came back down. Two times went up. We never. Every time we came down this area, we only broke down one time, and then we went right back up. Every time though, we go up. We gotta pay attention to our wicks. You see this snap right here? We got a nice bounce, but look at this body right here. Look how that body was. It broke it. It showed that there was weakness. Sellers went and tested it, and then it confirmed. We need that to happen over here. We're starting to get weakness now. The body's closing below here. I don't want to short ever in the golden zone. It could chop us out or it could rip our heads off. And I've been trading a lot during Trump's era, and he says things at the perfect time. So I'm trying to be very patient. Look how we bounced right off our trend line down there. That is beautiful. And if we close back above this trend line here, we're headed up. So gotta be patient. Your chart gonna get crazy when you starting to get in ranges like this and trying to time it. Your chart gonna start looking like this. I need to know our every move, as long as it's not distracting me. I tell you what though, if I'm trading right now, if it wasn't FOMC, this is a beautiful trade right here, Talisha. This was support right here, and I'm a break and retest trader. Talisha is too. I would say to an extent, because she has other things that she go by. But for the most part, this right here, this was our support. Look how we broke this level. And now we're coming up retesting this level. We're getting a nice rejection here. My 10 days closing down. This would be a perfect short for me right here. And I'll take it all the way back down here to the bottom of my trend line. Back down to that 730 area. 730. I would do 730 this time. We would break 732. This is nice. So we got 30 minutes left on this candle, but this is a nice short setup. We're in the middle of the range though. So but when you break your trend lines and stuff like that, I look for short opportunities or if it was bullish or whatever. But in this case, we broke our trend line and we was holding it. Once you retest it and you reject it, that right there is a good confirmation for me that we're going lower. But I'll keep in mind that we're in the middle. I don't ever take a trade in the middle of the range, but this kind of justifies it. But I have to keep in mind it's super risky because we're still in the middle of the range. We still can go to the top. So it's like it's kind of like it would have been a 50-50 because we're in the middle of the range, but then I have some confluences. I have the trend line and stuff, so it's just like it's not 100%, and I don't really take trades unless I'm 100% confident. If I'm not 100% confident and I take the trade, then um I consider it a lotto. Um, chill vibes. What is this stuff? I appreciate you. Thank you, and peace and blessings to you. 10 jewels gold coin. I have no idea what this stuff is, but I appreciate it because it's a gift. I'm gonna definitely look into that with Rams, um, and see what that is. I would say utility, but I know you don't really touch the YouTube part of it. Um, 21 EMA right below too on your hourly. Oh no, ain't no way. No, you got to be talking about the daily, probably. No, no, you got to be talking about an intraday. The 30, the 5, 15. Oh, probably the 15. The 15. Oh, I don't like this though. See now, buyers got to prove themselves right here, and my 10 days telling me that good chance we rip up. So my 20 days declining now. Let's see if it could break above that. It looks like it will. Not showing much resistance. I like this candle right here. So it looks like we're gonna have to take a trade. Talisha, if you're gonna be on here, I don't need you to be my eyes. If I'm gonna look at the market too, but I'm gonna trust you and jump in if you jump in. FOMC is at 2:30. If we can catch that, I trade FOMC, but it's scalping though. That shit is dangerous. But the moves on that, you don't want to catch it exactly at 2:30. You want to wait. I give him about 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I'll rather him stop talking, but Wash talks a lot where it'd be like 3:30. You only got 30 minutes to trade. So I'm thinking that I want to trade FOMC. Let's see. Because the setup is beautiful. It's there. If we get any type of hawkish tone, if he's bearish, like, because he say how it is, and the market doesn't like uncertainty. Wash holds stance is based off of uncertainty. He's going back to what the Feds used to do back in the day, and like I think it's the 80s. He's going back to their blueprint where he doesn't tell us anything at all. No rate hikes. He'll just shock you. Just throw it on you right there at that time. You're not going to get no hints. So I don't know. I might gonna wait for the I don't know if you're gonna be doing the same thing as TikTok on YouTube. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. The gifts things on TikTok. Oh, 5 minute. Okay. I appreciate you though, Chill Vibe. Thank you. Yeah, so definitely gotta wait. We got 30 people on here. I think we might have smashed the record. I think 28 was the record. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And we'll make sure we continue to keep giving game as we can. Thank you for that. I really appreciate y'all. All I ask is just hit that like button. If he said no forward guidance no more. Yeah, not at all. So let's see what happens when he get in here. I like to give it 15 minutes after the press conference, but let's see how much he talk. Might not get a trade, but it depends. I like listening to the press conference as I'm trading because then I know it's easy for me to hop out quick based off what he says. This is a beautiful setup to the upside for a retest back up here, which would be super annoying because that'll be on a spot that would be 740 again. 739 to 740, top of my trend line right here. Yeah, that'll be 739 to 740. But right here, if we reject, that's the bottom of this range right here. That is a beautiful setup. Let's see what Wash say, because the candle is going to start here, and then the candle is going to come all the way down here. You hop in puts, it's going to pop all the way back up here, and then we're going to trade in that huge range. The FOMC is crazy. All right, so that's buy. Let's look at NQ. It's closing this worst week. NQ's closing on his worst week in, was it 20-something years? Does anybody know? I'm going to check right now to fact check myself. I don't know if y'all follow Bar Chart on X, but they show that stuff a lot. QQQ enters technical correction after dropping more than 10% in June. The equal weight S&P 500 just hit an all-time high. What the? You know, that South Korea market is smoking us right now. Anytime you see them drop at night, I be like, oh God, we're going to drop. They've been getting smoked. South Korea stock market now on track for its largest two-day decline in history. So yeah, Meta is on their 10th. Today will be the 10th day if they don't get their act together. We still got 72% of stocks trading above the 200-day moving average. That's so interesting. The market's not ready to drop yet. Okay, so we got, what's today? Wednesday. We got 2 more days, and QQQ will be on track for his worst July in 24 years. Remember, I was saying that's why we don't really want to follow seasonality charts. It's the environment that we're in doesn't really matter. Turn it all the way down. What about what Trump said yesterday about buying stocks and crypto? Um, I gotta see. I seen a post, but I didn't click on it. I don't know exactly what he said. Um, can you let me know? I don't really care what he said, only because FOMC is today and earnings is this week, so it's going to outweigh what corrupt things that he got under his sleeve. It's not going to work this week. These candles is nice, real nice. We're definitely going up there. In Q, beautiful selling channel on this 15-minute. Let's look at the daily. That 100-day moving average. Ooh, you breached it. If we close below here, yeah, you finally breached it. Just got, man, it's gonna be choppy on the way down. Let's see something.
It won't work for me.
I don't think it's plugged up. Is it plugged up?
Yeah, everything is plugged up, but the
Jakai,
PS4.
can you check the PlayStation for me, please?
Can you check the PlayStation for?
This is the perfect spot to bounce. My trend line. This is the perfect spot to bounce. We're in a crazy. This market is crazy. I see downside and I see upside. It's crazy. We're pinned, but we're breaching this 100-day. That's a major concern, right there. I just don't like that we're at my trend line now. Good potential. Like, we got to see how we close today on NQ. Today will tell me a lot how we close. If we look at the index of NASDAQ, NDX, 110.
For some reason, the thing is not the PS4.
Check, make sure the wire all the way in the back, the black wire. And check the extension cord. So,
Yeah, I checked that
already. The black wire is not smushed.
No.
All right. QQQ. Same thing. Sorry, I'll fix it when I'm done. Same things. Breached 100-day moving average. Now we gotta see how we close, and then we'll give it this week. If we stay below here on this week, we're gonna really look into see what type of opportunities we got. I just don't like the 100 days. I mean, the 200, the red is right there. I like huge drops. This is drops is padded. More consolidating probably. QQQ, as we all know, is already bearish. The Russell still don't look. I mean, Russell looks. I could tell where it's headed, but for right now, it's not. It's probably the best one. So small caps not. We gotta wait for small caps to start leading. So we need that to drop more. So let's see what happens there. Do we have any questions? Yeah. Let's see what Trump said. Let me see what Charlotte is referring to with Trump. I don't. I like this new update on X. Bobby, look, if y'all don't know, we opened up August 7th, the Discord. The only thing I seen Trump, he was cursing today. He said we're going to beat the effing shit out of them. We'll be hitting them hard. They're going to get a beating. Talking about Iran. I seen that today. He started really cursing, and he's going to attack Jordan. He said, Trump just told investors to start buying stocks in crypto because America's about to take off like a rocket. He said, you better start buying now. This is what a presidential confidence look like. Boo, 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 boo. When was this video, though? I just got to see when that video was. So I'm going to look at that after the live. I am seeing it everywhere. I see what you're talking about now. If he said that and we're in the golden zone, the exact era we're in right now, I absolutely won't get puts. It'll be the third year. He did it in April twice. America's about to take off like a rocket. You better start buying stocks and crypto right now or you'll be left behind forever. Yeah, when he talks like that, I'm definitely not sure. All right, I see what you're talking about. He's so annoying. So I would play the video, but I know y'all don't like hearing him, so we won't play that video. All right. Yeah, I see it now. Bro, I don't know. Top of the list for the Discord. Dave, I sent you the link to get in, bro. The early access. You remember last week I sent it to you. That's why I sent it to you so you could get in. And I didn't see you get in. I was wondering. I'm like, oh, he didn't get in. But yeah, that's why I had sent you that link though, so you can get the early access. All right. My stomach's busting. We're about to go on to the next segment. The FOMC decision is in 4 minutes. Let's see what y'all think is gonna happen. Nah, bro, I ain't get it. Send it again. I'd rather step your name low before I listen to a full speech. It was only like 20 seconds. I gotta find it. Just a sec. I'm trying to find the link now so I can give it to you. We got the funniest chat ever. Me, Rams, and Talisha. It's too funny. Where is it? Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Alright, I found it. Okay. So I'm about to send it right now in the chat. There's right now. Oh. uh, so so I just dropped the link. Thank you, Nisi. I just dropped the link. Um, $35 a month for the Discord. This is the last time that I'm dropping it. Now we gotta wait till July 7th, so I won't drop it on Friday. It's the last time if you're watching, and I'm gonna remove it after the live. It's like I can't even. At least I don't think I'll try. But so if you just want to know, here's a glimpse. I'm not gonna go over everything, but this is everything that we got in here. Um, Market plan. We got our sniper news, economic, upcoming events where I post everything. This is something that I don't show a lot. This is pretty dope. This is our introduction thing. So we try to ask everybody to put their reason for joining and their goals. Like if you scroll to the top, there's a lot of people now. Name, location, markets you trade, experience level, and the biggest trading goal this year. If you feel comfortable enough, I ask that you just fill that out so we can get to know you and know how we could serve you better. Um, so you'll see it now as soon as you come in there. Um, Earnings and economic calendar here. Rams always keeps us up to date with the earnings. And I'll post the calendar here. Anything like if Trump's doing an emergency meeting or something, you'll find it here. I'll post it in there. This is where our upcoming events is at. Like for instance, our lot. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Like for instance here, and it's just easy. You'll opt in. It'll give you a notification here, like it's about to start. It's pretty dope. I'll put the links in here for all of our products that we offer. You want some merch, t-shirt, a mug or something, we got it right here. Um, we got more. You just sometimes when you go here, it only shows this for it, so you got to go to all products. And don't worry, we're gonna update this very soon. Something is. I'll just tell you a little hint. We're never mind. Never mind. Never mind. So this give us all the news and stuff right here. And then we got these amazing bots that break down. No other Discord that I know has this. We have a genius in there, mad scientist. We got two of them. Right now, one of them is a little busy. That's Virgil Shock. And then we got Rams. Move back because you don't got a shirt on. YouTube flag me. And then we got Rams. He's the other nerd. I mean the other scientist that we have here. And these bots, man, they're amazing. My bot gives you like the jacks, the call gammas and stuff like that. Then we got Rams bot. It gives you like the plan, the thesis and all that. Talisha's bot is right here. Hers gives a lot. It gives like damn, what are they called? Like the politicians when they get in trades and stuff. It gives hers gives that. It gives I can't even tell you. Hers gives a lot. I feel like her bot gives more than mine's. It gives you the whole fundamental breakdown. Look at this. support, PE, profit margin, institutional ownership, top institute. This is the stuff that I look at to take my trades, right? This is amazing that we have the bot that could do this. I look at this stuff constantly. This profit margin is like institutional ownership. Wow, 100. Wow. So this is amazing. It's amazing. These bots go crazy. Telling you, take advantage. It's only $35 a month. That's it. You cannot beat that. We got any questions you have, please put it in the Ask Snipers because your question can answer someone else's question. So it makes it easier on us and everyone else. Any ideas you have, inputs that you think we should add? If you got any mock-ups that you like you might see a shirt that you think will look good on us snipers, you could drop it there. SLV is pushing up and GLD. Okay. Metals will glance at it real quick. I gotta start. Oh, that's just random. Like we just be talking and stuff. Then we got our Queen's Corner there, and they talk about women stuff. I'm assuming they probably talk trash on us, to be honest. Probably right. We should click on it. Say, and then we have our King's Corner. We don't really talk much in here. We'll start getting it jumping though. The more that we the further as we go. But I was doing straight sports betting in there. But this changed now. Like Watch Me Cook said, this is barbershop vibes in there. If you want to just chop it up with us, fellas, go ahead in there and start a conversation. I always see it. I'll jump in there. Psychology, journaling. Overall, I did good last week. Keep my losses under my daily max limit of $600, and I'm still in the green on this account now. I don't know what I'm talking about. 17 trade on 30 because I would never. But this is amazing. You could journal in there and you're talking to yourself, but still everybody else could see it, and it makes us all be accountable for ourselves. Wins and wisdom. These are people that they're taking their own trades because I haven't really put nothing in. Rams put something in a while ago, and Talisha, she probably took like 2 trades that she put into her thing in like the last 2 weeks. So this is mostly everybody doing their own due diligence and taking their own trades. And if it says open, that means the trade is still open. KT might have forgot to update us on that because the 29th, unless he's still in it, but it's future. So maybe he did update. Oh no, he did. All right, so and then losses and lessons come on play when they pick it up. So many lessons, but for the sake of time and some pure momentum, not sure 2 lessons from me. Even plays should be backed by structure, volume, follow through, participation. Do not jump off the deep end with no lights vest. One of the because you watch determine profit percentage target mainly calculate. That's amazing right there. That's amazing. We're gonna get this popping when we go premium. This is just tell us like how you feel, like what you learned, how did it help you grow and stuff. Our tools and resources. I said I wasn't gonna go through all this, and here I am going through all of this. This is a elite channel right here. I think this is underlooked. I think our snipers need to really look in this tools and resources a little more. There's some elite stuff in here. Really, really good stuff in here. Then you got the education session, very elite too. We got everything you need in there. Look at this ICT mentorship core content. This is the other mad scientist I was telling you about. But we got everything that you need in there. And we're all different traders, so you get a taste of everything. My channel, I gotta get going now. I got my channel right here. Not much for me recently. Then you got Rams channel. Now he doesn't post as much, but he's a sniper for real. Talisha's channel and her channel, you actively can engage with her and ask her any questions while you might possibly enter the trade with her, but you press your own buttons. It's never financial advice, but you can actively ask her questions in her channel based off what she's seeing and stuff. So that's pretty dope. And it's like an everyday thing where you'll see, look, how they start the day off. All right, let's see what spot give us today, and then look, they tap. It's like you clock in for work, and she just finds the trade and she tells them what she sees, and if they want to follow her, they follow her on their own. We got our Faith and Purpose channel, Beyond the Honeymoon. I don't know why it's not loading. Gardening section, discipline, recipes. They've been turning it up on here with the cooking and stuff. Levine always sharing her goodies, and she always giving us new ingredients and stuff. The health, I'm about to really go crazy in this. I'm about to start getting the push-ups, dips, and all that going. Wellness channel. We're gonna start using this more too. Exactly what it says. Our snipers marketplace, not a Facebook marketplace. So yeah, support. And then you also got Charlotte. I didn't know he's taught disadvantaged children about the stock market. Yeah, that was dope. He was in he was in the black community and he was teaching them about the stock market. I never seen no investor do that. He was in the hood with it. So that was amazing. And then again, you get your this is not for you want this part. This is we're gonna do like $10 or $15 for the sports betting. Not sure yet, so it'll be $45, probably $50. I think that'll include the terminal and the sports betting thing. But if you're grandfathered in for everybody that's already in the Discord, you'll have better prices. You'll be $25 a month as long as you keep an active membership, and $35 for $35, 40 for everything. I'm not sure yet. It's around there, 35 probably. So I already got some bets out there for UFC. And I'm gonna drop boxing today. So I got 10 lines that the market messed up on that I'm seeing underdogs, big underdog prices where they should be favorites. And I think they're gonna correct the lines today or tomorrow. So we hopped on that already. Yesterday I swept the 2 plays that I said I was gonna sweep. These 2 hit. Jordan Alvarez, 2 bases, Jose Ramirez. This helps me stay away from jumping. This helps me stay away from the market. When I don't want to trade and stuff, I just go into my sports betting and start looking at numbers, see what I could pull. We got our fantasy thing that we're starting up here. We're already locked in. We got a whole league now, so that's pretty amazing. So this is the Discord overall. Okay, Dave. Everything good though? Did you got it? It should have. I don't know. It's because you would pop up here. So, all right. Let's go into it because I did not charge my laptop. All right. So now we're going on to the food that kill us slowly. I can't. What happened? What is that? Is that them? Hey, don't play with that. All right. I'm about to put this thing on the charger. My stomach is busting. I'm just trying to put my thing on the TV so I can see me. All right, so now we step into this heavyweight section of the stream. The food that kills us slowly. So we look at the supermarket. Wait, hold on. All right, yeah. So we start off like this, and I'm gonna go really deep into it this week. Last week we went into it a little bit. So we look at the supermarkets, we walk through the aisles, you look at the boxes, look at the bags, look at the bottles, look at the cans, and ask yourself, how much of this is really food? Because we have been trained to eat things that just have been sitting on the shelves. We see bright colors, big labels, big promises, low fat, sugar free, natural, and enriched, and we trust the package without asking what is actually inside this thing. And this is where the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us a warning decades ago in how to eat to live. He warned us about overeating. He warned us about bad food. He warned us about putting too much into the stomach. And he gave us that powerful statement. We are digging our graves with our own teeth. Think about that. You don't always need somebody else to hurt you when you can hurt yourself with what you put in your own mouth. And I'm not saying every item in the supermarket is poison. I'm saying when highly processed foods, too much sugar, too many refined foods, and too many unhealthy fats become the main part of your diet, the vessel pays the price. You eat it, your body has to process it. You eat it again, your body has to process it again and again and again until one day the body starts sending you signals. Low energy, weight gain, high blood pressure, blood sugar problems, poor sleep, feeling heavy, feeling tired. And then we ask, what happened to me? Look at what you're feeding yourself. So then we break it down more into trans fats and the processed fats and all that good stuff. So we look at the packaged baked goods, the margarine, the creamers, the processed snacks, and the frozen foods, your sauces, your dressing. And if you look at the ingredients, partially hydrogenated oils, this is where you need to pay attention. Industrial trans fats are some of the worst fats you could put into your body. This raises bad cholesterol. This lowers the good cholesterol, and it raises the risk of heart disease. So when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad warns us about heavy, greasy, processed foods, he was telling us to pay attention to what we put into our vessel. Now we have the things called emulsifiers. You might see names like CMC. They are used to change the texture of the food. That keeps ingredients mixed and help process food to last longer. Some studies show that raise concerns about how certain emulsifiers, however you pronounce it, may affect the gut. The bacteria living inside the gut, right? And the body's normal balance. The gut matters because your gut is not just where food goes and then disappears. Your gut is connected to your immune system. Your gut is connected to your metabolism. Your gut even communicates with your brain, right? That's where all your emotions are. Did you know that? That's where all your emotions are. That's why you get butterflies in your stomach. That comes from your gut. So if you keep feeding your body highly processed foods day after day, year after year, don't be surprised when the vessel starts talking back. Now let's look about sweet drinks, soda, energy drinks, the sweet tea, sweetened coffee, fruit drinks, barbecue sauce, all them sweet sauces, and all the drinks and foods loaded with added sugar. high fructose corn syrup. You might see HFCS 42 or HFCS 55, but don't let the numbers confuse you. The bigger lesson is simple. Too much added sugar is a problem. And here's the trap. You could drink a whole lot of sugar without feeling like you ate anything. You could drink a soda and 5 minutes later you're still hungry. You could drink another one and still hungry. And now you've taken in hundreds of calories without giving your body much nutrition. That sugar has to be dealt with. And your liver has a major job to handling fructose. When you take in too much, especially when you are already eating and especially when you're already eating and taking in too much calories, your liver could turn into it could turn some of that sugar into fat. And when that happens over and over, that fat can begin building up in the liver, and that could lead to serious problems, including fatty liver disease. And then there's uric acid. And when the body breaks down large amounts of fructose, uric acid can rise. And when uric acid stays too high, that could be linked to problems like gout, high blood pressure, and other health problems. So the next time you pick up that soda, don't just say, is it only a drink? Ask yourself, what am I asking my body to process? Because the body keeps the score. You might not feel a damage today, but you will feel it tomorrow. But when bad habits repeat long enough, it can collect a debt. So then we talk about bleached grains and lost nutrition. If you look at white bread, the pastries, crackers, boxed cereals, cookies, white flour, and all those refined grains, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned us that bleached white flour, we need to move away from those foods. We need to understand why, though. When a whole grain is heavily processed, parts of that grain are removed. The bran is removed, the germ is removed, and those parts contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Then the food could be enriched, which means some nutrients are added back, but adding some things back does not make the food whole again. There's a difference between a whole grain and something that was stripped down and then built back up. The body needs nutrition to work, like magnesium, zinc, iron, B vitamins, fiber. These things help your body make energy. It keeps your nerves working, and it supports the muscles, supports the blood, and keep your body systems running properly. So when your diet is mostly white bread, cookies, cakes, sweets, sweet cereal, and all those refined foods, you're giving the body you're giving the body a lot of calories, but not always giving it what it needs to build with. And that's the question we need to start asking. What is this food building in me? Is it building strength, or is it just filling up space? The stomach. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us about the danger of constantly stuffing the stomach. And look at what you've been trained to do. Breakfast, break fast, lunch, dinner, snacks, dessert. You eat all that. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and dessert. And then don't forget your late night food, right? That is crazy. Oh my God, I just found out this morning that the liver helps us, period woman, keep us from being estrogen dominant. I was right on time with this. Everything is said for a reason. So yeah, all that late night food, you got like 5, probably 6 times you eat in a day, which is crazy. Because when you rise up, all of it starts over again. You put in 5, 6 things and you again. I'm gonna have to go. Unfortunately, I gotta go onto my phone and do this. I did not charge this. I was doing physical therapy and just had to jump in here, and I asked my son to do something for me, and he didn't do it. Gotta pivot. Jason, Peace King. I see you. Allow mic access. Boom, boom, boom. Where is app? All right. Rams. Rams. All right. We'll do it like that. That's better. I gotta just do it like that then. All right. So. Oh, it's not going. Dang, man. I don't know how we're gonna do this because it's not gonna. Might have to. That might be an end because it's not gonna pop up. Well, it's showing on my thing, but when I need to get out, that's the problem. Um, Matter of fact, hold on. Okay. All right. That's how I gotta do it. Dang, man. My dang phone. I mean, my laptop was dying. I had to come in here. I got the damn. I did not want to do it right here. All right, let's get back to it. Let me hurry up and finish this. All right, so where was that? Late night foods, and then you rise up and start all over again. So when the body gets a break, we eat because when does the body get a break? We eat because we're hungry. We eat because we're bored, or we eat because we're stressed, celebrating, or just because somebody else is eating. And sometimes we don't even know why we're eating. We just eat, right? Just big. If you gotta go this way. Just big, right? And then we wonder why we always feel full but never feel satisfied. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us every strict teaching. I know it sounds crazy, but eat 1 meal a day or eat once every 24 to 48 hours. I know it sounds crazy, right? That is a serious form of restraint. And the principle behind it is simple. Stop constantly feeding the body. Give the body a break. Now, science also has shown us that when you go without food for a period of time, the body changes how it uses energy. And during the periods without food, the body can increase some of its own cleanup and recycling work. In simple terms, the body can start cleaning out the old and damaged part of cells. The body has its own cleanup system, and periods without food can affect that system. But understand me, fasting is not a game. This is not let me starve myself. This is not let me see how long I could go without eating. The goal is discipline. The goal is control, and the goal is learning. That every craving does not deserve a response. Because if you can't tell your stomach no, or if you can't tell your stomach no, how are you going to tell your impulses no? How are you going to tell the temptation no? How are you going to tell your bad habits no? Right? How are you going to tell yourself I don't need that? The bigger lesson is the food is bigger than food. The plate is teaching you discipline. The kitchen is teaching you discipline. The appetite is teaching you discipline. And discipline in the kitchen can become discipline in your mind. Discipline in your mind can become discipline in your money. Food is so expensive, right? Well, the fake food. Discipline in your business can become discipline in your life. Do we see the connections? This is not just about food. This is about self-control. So if we clean up our kitchen, cut down on the processed garbage, we cut down the sugary drinks, cut down on sweets, and we pull back from the refined foods and stop eating just because you're bored. Stop drinking sugar like it's water and start looking at the label. Start looking at the ingredients. Start cooking more and start eating more whole foods like vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, quality protein, nuts, seeds, water, all that good stuff. Give the vessel something worth building with, because you cannot expect a sharp mind from a body you constantly mistreat. You cannot expect high performance while feeding yourself low quality fuel. You cannot ask the body to carry your purpose while keep damaging your vessel that carries it. The body is the vessel, the mind is the command center, and the food is the fuel. So we got to stop putting cheap fuel into an expensive machine, which is your body. Stop treating your body like it could just go, like you could just go buy another one, right? You get one vessel, one body, one life. And if Allah gives you another day, take care of what you're carrying into that day. Reclaim the kitchen, right? Your plate, your appetite, and your discipline. Reclaim your vessel, because the person who learns how to control their appetite can begin learning how to control their self. And the person who learns how to control their self becomes harder to control by anybody else. That is the real battle. It's not about eating. It's not just about eating better, right? Looking better. It's not about losing weight. It's learning how to govern yourself. The perimeter. We want to block it from anything that's not permissible, right? That is the I forgot that segment, but this is the one that I want to really go into, spoken word, right? I'm going to fly past a little more because the spot that I'm in right now. Now we move into the next battle called the spoken word, right? I need you to rise up to the power of your own tongue. I need you to understand your words matter. We have been trained to talk without thinking. We say things and then laugh them off. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm broke. I can't do this. I'm always sick. Nothing ever works for me. I'll never get ahead. That's just how my life is. We got to stop saying that. Listen to what you are saying, because the words you repeat can become the thoughts you believe. And the thoughts you believe can become the actions you take. And the actions you repeat can become the life you live. That is why your words matter. Look at the word, spelling. You take letters, put them together, and create a word. And that word carries meaning. Now, I'm not telling you that saying a word magically changes the universe. I'm telling you something more powerful. Your words can program you. You say something enough, you start believing it. You believe it enough, you start acting like it. And when you act like it long enough, you can build your whole life around it. So you better watch what comes out of your mouth. The most dangerous curse words aren't always the dirty words. The real curse is when you speak defeat over yourself. The real curse is when you speak weakness over yourself. The real curse is when you tell your children that they can't become something before they even get the chance to try. That's the curse. Not the word itself, but the belief behind the word. Right? Stop thinking just ass shit, all that is curse words, right? It's cuss words. Every time you speak, you are creating sound. Let's go into the science of it. Every time you speak, you are creating sound. Your voice moves through air. Your voice reaches your own ears, and your brain hears what your mouth is saying. That matters because your brain is always taking in information. And if you constantly tell yourself, I'm broke, your mind starts looking for proof that you're broke. If you keep saying, I don't understand the market, you make yourself less likely to study it. And if you keep saying, I'm not good enough, you start moving like somebody who isn't good enough. If you keep saying nothing ever works for me, you start expecting failure before it even begins. Do you see what's happening? Your words are helping shape your expectations. And your expectations can shape your behavior. So stop speaking against yourself. You can tell the truth without declaring defeat. Instead of saying I'm broke, say I'm rebuilding. Instead of I can't figure this out, say I haven't figured it out yet. Instead of saying I'm stuck, say I'm finding my way out. Instead of saying I'm a failure, say I failed at something, but I'm still here. But I'm still learning. That is not pretending. That is perspective, and that is control, right? Your words can become your actions. We just got to remember that. We take it a little deeper. Words alone aren't magic. Action is what gives the word power and make it magic. You can say, I want wealth, but if you keep wasting your money, your actions speak louder. You can say, I want peace, but if you keep running towards drama, your actions speak louder. You can say, I want discipline, but if you keep craving control, if every craving controls you, your actions are speaking louder. You can say, I want to build, but if you never work, your actions are speaking louder. Your mouth can make a promise, your actions reveal the truth to your promise. That is why alignment matters. Your words, your thoughts, your actions, they all have to start moving together. If I say I'm building, then build. If I say I'm learning, then study. If I say I'm changing, then change. If you say I'm going to take care of my family, then prepare. If you say I want freedom, then it's time to start taking off the chains and break the habits that keep you trapped. Speak it, believe it, work for it, and then build it, right? The brain remembers what you repeat. Let's talk about the brain. Your brain changes based on what you repeatedly do. You practice something, you get better at it. You repeat a thought, it becomes easier to think, right? You repeat a reaction, it becomes easier to react that way again. Sorry, my sister is texting me. That is part of how the brain learns. So if you can constantly practice fear, fear becomes familiar. If you constantly practice giving up becomes familiar. But the opposite is also true, right? Practice patience, and patience gets stronger. Practice discipline, and discipline gets stronger. Practice studying, and learning gets stronger. And learning gets easier. Practice controlling your emotion and if you practice controlling your emotion, control gets stronger. Practice speaking life over yourself, and your mind start looking for ways to live up to what you keep telling it. You are training your mind every day. The question is, what are you training it to do? You got Diamond number? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her I'm on live. So now we put the mouth under discipline. Your mouth is not a playground. Your mouth is not a trash can. Your mouth is not a weapon you use against yourself, right? Your words have purpose. So stop speaking, I'm stupid. Stop speaking, I'm broke. Stop speaking, I'm cursed. Stop speaking, I'll never make it. Stop speaking, nothing good happens to me. Stop speaking, I'm just like this. No, you are still becoming. You are still learning. You are still building, growing. And most importantly, you are still here. Alhamdulillah. All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to God. And if Allah gave you another day, you still have work to do. So speak with purpose, discipline. Speak with truth, courage. Speak with faith. And then back those words with action. Because we don't just want positive words. We want positive direction. We don't just want big talk. We want big action, right? We don't just want a vision. We want execution behind the vision. And when your words, your thoughts, your habits, and your actions all start moving together, that is sovereignty. You stop letting every outside voice tell you who you are. Stop letting your past write your future. Stop letting your fear make your decisions. Stop speaking defeat before the fight even starts, and you take control of the thing you can control first, yourself. So before you speak, think. Before you complain, that's a big one. Think. Before you tell yourself, I can't, think. Ask yourself, is this helping me build or helping me break? Because every break you are just right, and because every day you are just writing something, not just with a pen, not with a keyboard. You are writing with your choices in the life you live. It's a story. Those choices create. So choose your words, your thoughts, habits, actions, and make sure they're all on point and in the same direction. Then you rise up, speak with purpose, move with purpose, build with purpose, and let your words match your work. Many of us just talk a good game, but are you doing the work? Let your work match your vision, match your purpose, and let your purpose match your life. And if you are trying to build, that will be your sovereignty strategy. The mouth is under control. Once your mind is under control, then your mission is clear. The words are chosen. The actions have to be next, right? We have to remember that. And then I have to go. I have to go to the next one. I don't got no time in between. On ownership over consumption, right? Let's deal with ownership over consumption. We are living in a state of economic control. The matrix, if you will, has trained our people to celebrate the wrong things. We flex the brand new car lease at that, right? Not hating, just talking facts. We show off the designer wardrobe. We brag about corporate job title. I'm a supervisor now. All that bull. Completely blind to the fact that we are celebrating our own dependence. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stood flat on his feet in the message of the black man in America and gave us a serious warning. He told us that the people who built the system spent billions of dollars to keep you looking to them for food, clothing, shelter, and a job. He told us that as long as you are dependent on an outside system for your daily bread, You are not a free man or a free woman. You are an economic prisoner on a temporary release. He commanded us to pull our spending out of their system and pool our resources to build our own means of production. If you do not own the pipeline, you are going to be drained by the pipeline. So let us back the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's blueprint with the law of energy resources in the human mind. Let us look first at the hard science of the physical economics. And a system cannot function without tell her I say hi, baby. Tell her I say I love her. Without kinetic energy. Energy in active motion. What is kinetic energy? Energy in active motion. Kinetic energy. Energy in active motion. Your physical labor, your daily attention, your creative focus are the energy of your life. When you sell that energy to a company for a flat wage and then immediately turn around and spend that wage buying consumer goods from their stores, you are trapping yourself in a money loop that keeps you broke, right? You are actively transferring your high value energy straight into their growing company accounts, while they return you to a consumer item that starts losing value the second you buy it. He's seen the honorable Elijah Muhammad seen this trap decades ago, not years ago, decades ago. They talk so down on him so we don't see an intelligent black man with the blueprint, right? They talk so down on Malcolm X or Louis Farrakhan, and they talk about how the honorable Elijah Muhammad got Malcolm X killed, how Louis Farrakhan set up to keep us distracted, right? To keep us distracted. They don't want us to hear their words that they're saying because it is so powerful. They should have, but I should say they stopped spending our wealth on vanity and luxury items that perish. And instead, they pulled our money to purchase permanent, productive assets that retain value and generate wealth for our people. If your energy only flows out and never comes back into the asset you own, you are building somebody else's future while leaving your own family without nothing to show for it. If we look at the modern layout of the network physics, I guess, the enemy has evolved the field of battle. They no longer need a chain to keep you on a physical plantation. They have a digital system that controls this. I talked about it last week. The transaction system, the cloud servers. We spend our time building and following on their platforms or running your business entirely inside of their system without owning the information underneath it. You are engaged in modern digital sharecropping, I said, right? You are clearing the land, generating the content, driving the traffic, but they own the gate. At any given moment, one change to the algorithm or one switch being flipped can completely cut off your access. Right? So let us process the math behind it. The value of the network grows based on the number of users, right? So if that happens, multiplied by the fees being made from those users as a mere consumer or user, your output grows 1 hour at a time. 1 hour of effort equals 1 unit of exposure. But the owner of the network can make money from the movement of millions of people at once. So the messenger or the honorable Elijah Muhammad told us we built our own stores, our own banks, and our own systems. Today, that means we must stop being the product of their servers and start owning our own servers, the apps, the information, the systems ourselves. We have to start owning. So if we look at the real cost of the corporate trap, when you give 8 to 10 hours of your day to a company, you are giving away a huge part of your mental energy. Talked about this last week. By the time you clock out, fight the traffic and sit down at your own trading desk, open your business, your brain is already tired. Your body is tired. Your mind is tired, right? Am I right? And now you are expected to build your own future with whatever energy you have left. Process that. Process the biological tragedy of this setup. You are given the absolute best mental energy of your day to build another man's machine. I'm going to repeat it every week. And then you're forcing your own legacy to survive on entire scraps of your mind. The worst part is the constant stress of working under somebody else's system can keep your body in a high stress state. It can make it harder to think clearly. You think they don't notice? Harder to stay patient. Harder to control your emotions. That decision fatigue can make you more likely to make emotional trading errors. It can make you spend money when you shouldn't. And guess where you're going to give your money? To the very system you're trying to escape. We need to take control of our time. We must take our best mental energy and invest it directly into our own digital nations, our own options equity pools, and our own family, right? Stop selling your best hours to the corporate while leaving nothing but fatigue for your children's inheritance. Turn your consumption into ownership. Turn your labor into equity. Turn your time into assets, and then turn your work into something your family can inherit from. This keeps the bloodline going, right? This is the last one, breaking mental and financial chains. This is the final last segment of the day. I'm sorry I got to rush this, but I got to. So let's have a real moment of clarity, right? They have tricked us. They tricked our people into fighting the wrong war. We have been trained to fight battles in the outside, protesting on the streets, arguing on the timelines, and begging their institutions for help. But the ultimate battlefield isn't out there. The ultimate battlefield is the space between your own ears. Again, I'm going to keep talking about him. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stood flat on his feet and laid it out in the message of the black man. He told us that the heaviest chains are never the iron links wrapped around another man's waist. The heaviest chains are the invisible ones wrapped around his mind. He told us that as long as you are mentally dependent on the ideas, the approval, and the systems of those who control your money, you will naturally build your own prison cell. Today, modern psychology and computer security are showing us the truth behind that message. If your mind is compromised, your money is completely defenseless. So let's go deeper into that final command blueprint. Protect the mind, protect the mission, and move with purpose, right? The firewall for the mind is protecting your mind. Let's look at how computer security works again, like last week. In advanced network defense, engineers never built a system that blindly trusts everything coming in. They use simple rule: do not trust everything. Every outside signal, every piece of information, and every outside request has to be checked before it gets inside. Am I right or am I right? If it doesn't pass the security check, the firewall blocks it, right? The system doesn't debate. It doesn't compromise. It doesn't feel guilty. It blocks the threat to protect the system. Now apply that same idea to your mind. The amateur leaves the mind wide open. Every toxic outside signal, every negative news, every corporate manipulation tactic, and every broke opinion can stream straight into their mind. You are letting them run this program inside your brain, and then you wonder why you feel anxious, why you feel lost, why you can never focus. Why do you keep doubting yourself? You ever ask yourself that? The sniper executes the firewall protocol. You put a hard lockdown on what you allow into your mind. You block toxic noise and filter out the distractions. Protect your inner camp. If an outside voice doesn't align with your purpose, your family, or the building of your assets, your mental firewall drops it immediately. Lock the gate and protect your peace. It's so simple. So simple. We need to move with purpose. So now let us master the strategy of moving quietly and protecting our plans, your plans. In military technology, survival could depend on how much attention you attract. If you give off too much heat, too much light, or too much signal, the enemy can find you. And once they find you, they can track you. Now process the same lesson in your own life. When you run to the public timeline to broadcast your option strategy or flex your trading entries or announce your private business plans, you are giving away information that you didn't have to give away. You are giving away free data to the same systems that are watching retail traders. Did you ever think about that? They're on Facebook, X, all of that. They're watching retail traders. You are trading your advantage for a temporary hit of online approval. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you're going to get tired of his name, and I don't care. He's the only man that done what he done for the black community. If you think about any person nowadays that had a change, he's a big reason. Your Dr. Sebis, your Nipsey Hussles, your Louis Farrakhan, your Malcolm X, your your Martin Luther Kings, it's so many people that got their knowledge from Elijah Muhammad. And I don't even think some of us know, I'm not done yet. I don't think some of us know how many people were influenced by what he taught. If you don't know, I suggest you look it up. It's going to be people you didn't know, and it will blow your mind. So many people got it from him. So he explicitly commands us to pull away from the loud, boastful, empty habits of a consumer culture. I got you, Jacques. Hold on. And handle our affairs with discipline, privacy, and caution. The true masters of global capital do not broadcast every move they make. They operate quietly. They build their software. They accumulate their assets, and then they execute their strategies in silence. Stop telling the world what you are going to build before the foundation even poured. Minimize your signal to protect the blueprint, right? And let your execution speak for itself. This is all I have to end it with. It's rise up and build your own, right? This Command Center episode 18, and we locked and loaded, and we're about to be done. We have to align the spirit through the rhythm of truth. We have ordered the vessel and completed the temple and cleaned the temple, and we have turned our mouth into a disciplined tool of power. We have abandoned the sharecropper loops of consumption to own what is underneath, and what we have raised our firewalls, turn that down, to protect the mission. So tomorrow rising, when the bell opens, we need to step out of being emotional gamblers. And you're really messing me up right now. Stop looking for luck, and we have to step onto the field fully prepared, and completely protected and ready for whatever comes. Because they're gonna keep sending stuff. And we're on live on YouTube, and we talk about stuff that you get killed for, or that you get on watch for, you get shunned for, you get. So I say that to say we're gonna keep going out there still and getting more followers, so we're gonna get more exposure and stuff like that. And you're gonna really get tested. And let's see how resilient you are. And then it's out in the universe. So the test comes when you're trying to rise, so you just gotta stay down. I already know I've been getting tested. The more that I speak to y'all, the more I get tested. I was just telling my queen that the more I speak, the more that I go on live, I feel like the harder my test comes at me. But it's to see how I'm going to handle it, though. and it's crazy how it works and stuff like that. And then I be telling her like, I'm on YouTube and stuff. Eventually, this stuff is going to be seen and stuff like that. And I do say stuff that's not supposed to be spoken. So I think bigger than what it is now because I could see us being in front of so many people. I can't tell you exactly, but I have a vision that I see a lot and standing in front of a lot of people. And I know it's gonna happen. But anyway, I gotta go, y'all. The kids need me. And I've been on here for a minute. So thank you for your time. I know your time is the most valuable asset that you have. So I really cherish it. Thank you for joining on here with me. I pray your vibration is set. I pray your frequency is extremely high. And yeah, nothing but positive vibration. And just know when you're doing things right, you got to stop asking yourself why. When you're doing things right, that's when Satan, Lucifer, the devil comes into your ear, or he sends somebody to you, right? Anytime you're doing good, you're gonna have a hater start coming up, and it's always a serpent, a snake. So it could be family that might. As soon as you're doing well, you might have somebody in your family that just starts coming around more. That's just so negative and stuff like that. That's your test right there. Stay down, even if it's family. Stay down. It's so hard for us because of blood. Just because they're blood doesn't mean that I have to compromise my energy for them. I don't care even if it's the person that birthed me. If you're negative, I don't want to be around you. That's so hard for us, but we have to really stay down because let me see if I can find it real quick. So look, this is in the Quran right here. Allah, God says in the Quran, when the matter is decided, the devil will say, I had no authority over you except that I called you and you obeyed me. Isn't that powerful? And I'm not done. I'll repeat it. When the matter is decided, the devil will say, I had no authority over you except that I called you and you obeyed me. So blame me not, but blame yourselves, for I deny your association me for I deny your associating me with God before. The devil knows that he has no power except what God permits. So he will tell those who bow down to him that he denies our associating him with God. And God should the believers rely, and God should we, the believers, seek refuge. In him is our strength, our mercy, our sustenance, our guidance, and in him is our protection to get us through the dark hour that approaches. And I don't know if y'all know, but the dark hour is approaching. So lastly, I ended off with how we ended it last time. When I say in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, everything begins with God. We acknowledge that all mercy, success, provision, and guidance come from him. Then when I say praise be to God, Lord of the worlds, Allah is the creator, sustainer, and the master of everything that exists. Then when I say the most gracious, the most merciful, his mercy surrounds all of creation, and he is especially merciful to those who believe and turn to him. It's never too late. Master of the day of judgment. A reminder that every person will stand before Allah and answer for what they did in this life. It is you alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. This is the heart of Islam. Worship belongs only to God, and our reliance is ultimately on him alone. Guide us to the straight path. A prayer for guidance every single day, because guidance isn't a one-time event. We constantly need God to keep us on the right path. The path of those you have blessed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. a prayer to follow the example of the righteous and avoid the paths of rebellion and misguidance, right? Then by time, Allah swears by time itself, time is one of our greatest blessings and one of our greatest tests. Every second that passes can never be recovered. Do you understand that? Indeed, mankind is in loss. By default, every human being is losing. Time is always slipping away. If we do nothing meaningful with our lives, we lose. Except those who believe. Faith is the foundation. And do righteous deeds. Faith alone isn't enough. Faith alone isn't enough. Faith alone isn't enough. The church and the masjid isn't enough. It must be followed by action and encourage one another to the truth. Believers don't just seek the truth for themselves. They remind and support one another in following it and encourage one another to patience. Success requires perseverance. Every worthwhile goal demands patience through hardship, setbacks, and tests. Thank you for your time. Make somebody smile, serve others. The highest human act that you could possibly achieve is to inspire. It is to inspire. There's no way around that. Make someone smile. You don't even gotta say, you don't gotta compliment someone. You could just give them a head nod, acknowledge somebody. Somebody might feel lost, like the world never sees them, like they're swallowed in her. All you do, acknowledge them. You probably could just stop them from killing themselves. You never know what that person is going through. I'm gonna always say that. Serve others, and smile. Just be happy. I know you might be going through something right now, and I know you don't want to hear this, but somebody's going through something worse than you right now. So don't be too selfish, right? Don't be too selfish. Somebody's going through something worse than you right now. And there's people that have been through something worse than you that came out on the other end. People that have been shot, changed their lives, came out on the other end. Woman that's been raped, and now what they're doing, they're teaching, rehabilitating the minds of the women that's been attacked and stuff. So it's never no excuse, right? We could take the bad that we have and make good with it and help the others from falling into the same trap that we fell on. If it happened to us already, it's no sense in dwelling. All you could do is prepare your mind, prep your mind, get your mind right, and try to help someone else to not go through what you went through, because it already happened to you. Don't be selfish. Go and help the other sister or the other brother so they don't go back into what you went through. So I'll leave y'all off with would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with the world and at war with yourself? That is so powerful. Would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with the world and at war with yourself? Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace, love, light, and healing upon everybody watching. Peace be upon you. And in Arabic, we say, Assalamu alaikum. Have an amazing, blissful afternoon. And I'll see y'all in the Discord. You're welcome, everybody. All praise due to God. Have an amazing day. Yes, at war with myself. Peace, Rams.